I thought I was already live and I'm talking away and I go to my phone to make the share public and I go, why isn't it there? And end up I hadn't gone live yet. Need to go get some more incense. Just about out of the ones I got. Just about out. There we go. There I am. So this is the second one I've done today. This is how I get to shift, be with myself as playing, and with all this shifting, going through massive shifts and everything, I figured I'd come on here and just be with you all. Because I appreciate your beautiful energies. So just so everybody knows, I don't know who's here until you say something. I'm not asking you that you say you have to. I'm just saying if you, I personally, I like seeing it when you guys make a comment, then I know exactly who's here. It doesn't mean I'm going to actually read your comments right now, but it's just nice to sort of know. Almost forgot to turn my recorder on. I have a Zoom recorder that I always play to capture whatever the magic that gets to unfold with us. So I have no idea where we're going to go. I just know I need to come and hang out with you all. So here, let's see where we go. This song is called Heavenly. That's the energy it feels like. It's so heavenly. But now I'm going to play a little different tempo, the same song. Here we go. It's the other side of heavenly song. Yeah. So I'm actually running on 3 different pages here simultaneously. Whoa, what about? That's by volume. So I'm not sure who's on here. I know Sarah's here, my beautiful sister, friend Sarah. Robert, nice to see you, brother. Both you guys are on. No, I know both you guys are on Facebook, and I think it was Sunday. I did a live, and the energy was just holy smokes! I did things on here that I had never done before, and it was really cool. And when I say this, just tunes that I've known, but I was in that space like, oh yeah, it was just flowing through me. If you go back and listen, I think it was Sunday. It was magical. It's always magical for me, but sometimes they're just those moments. Just wow. So some of you guys could be, what is today's Tuesday? So some of you could be Wednesday morning or afternoon. Like could be now, yeah, more afternoon now in Australia, New Zealand, and my friends in the UK. Well, most of you guys are going to be in bed. Most of you are, but not all, because some people are. They're, like today, for the last couple of days, there's been this amazing energy running through me, and I'm just so grateful for my friends. So really grateful. I'm so grateful for this amazing community that I'm a part of. Yeah. Let's see where we go. I'm just going to start whatever and see where we go. Here we are. This guitar has the most amazing ring. Like when I say this, like I've been playing her for like 50 years. And she's always had a good tone. There was something about her when I, was trying different guitars. And this one just kept on speaking to me. So I ended up getting her. So we've been having this relationship. And, every time I play, like I'm nurturing the vibration within her. And it's an incredible relationship. And it's like, I just love her. So she's going in the next couple of days. It'll be Thursday or Friday. She's going in to have some major work done to her. She's going to be refretted up to about the 12th fret for sure. He may need to go higher, which is fine. And he's putting a new bolt in because he's going to be adjusting the neck and really putting a new bridge and saddle in. And he's going to bring my strings down really close, which is awesome because sometimes you'll see me and it's like I have to put a lot of pressure on my fingers to create a crisp, clean, crisp and clean chord. And yeah, so it's going to be different because she's always been off the neck, and I've had people adjust or bring it down as close as they could. But now it's going to be really incredible to start playing her with new frets and to bring that action down. Let's see where we go. I went to talk and I realized didn't have my mic on. I would like to share with you guys at this time. August of 2021, Spirit showed me and explained to me that when I'm using the looper, no matter what song I'm playing, that I anchor a part in, and once that anchors in, that becomes the foundation. And once I anchor that place, then I just go wherever I'm being guided. And to show you, because I still have this song on my looper right now. I just have the volume turned up. This is the foundation part, okay? I'm just going to play it once through, because this loop keeps on taking that and play again and again. So here we go. This is the foundation I get to anchor in. And it's so important for me that when I go to anchor this in, that it's solid. If it's not solid, what that means for me is that when I hit record, it's spot on. When I stop the record, it's spot on. If it's not spot on, it'll throw me. So that's why periodically, which you have witnessed possibly, that every now and again, I have to clear what I've done and start again. So this is the foundation that I'm talking about. And this song here is my friend, my beautiful friend, my beautiful sister here, Sarah Jean Walsh. This is her song. It's called Sarah's Sacred Heart. So here's the foundation of her song. Here we go. I could even use the term it's once through, right? So once I know that is solidly, the track is laid down solidly with no boops or any misses by even, it doesn't take much to throw me off. And that's why it's so important. Like, my focus is listening, sensing and feeling, and go, okay, come in now, boom. And I start recording. And I don't even think, if I try to think about it, it won't work for me. That's just how I work. So here we got this, the first part, the solo part down. And then I start, picking it out. And then once I write in that flow with it all, and then I'll record the next track, which is this one. So I got that happening. And then, I'm picking to sense and feel where it wants to go, and then just start adding those flavors. And then once I'm in that groove, you could call it, then I lay down, I start recording the next track. Now, meanwhile, I'm playing all along with track, I'm already playing along with this here. So you're hearing that, but you don't really know when I'm actually hitting record on my looper here to start recording that. And then once I start recording that track and I stop, it's like this. And I've never played the song like this before until now. And my friend Sarah knows this above all people because it's her song. And I sit and be with the energy no matter what I'm doing. And then sometimes I'm guided to start doing the drum. So if that's what's drawn, then I add that onto a track, which is my fourth track. Whoops, I made a mistake. I did a different kind of rhythm. With just my fourth track. And it's actually the fifth track that the beat is on. And every time I add a layer and it feels right, and I've been learning with this whole process, like, I mentioned that spirit explained to me what I'm doing. I went, oh, that's what I'm doing. Okie dokie. Right? And that's where, every time I play, I'm always getting information because I'm channeling this whole time. I'm wide open. And they will give me information and for me to understand, or they've told me how to utilize the looper. And I've been working on that, trying to figure it out. And before I went to Solar G Fest this past August, I got a major download, I could say a shift, and didn't have any time to integrate, no nothing. I'm now going to Solar G Fest, it's where my heart's at and where I'm heading. And this magic, the understanding of the clarity of how, and the understanding more and more and how it really works for me to channel the, we are all messengers. This is my vehicle to express my voice. And I'm always being guided. And what I'm finding for me, and when I start using Looper, which was June of 2021, it's, I will say it was painful when I look back and go, oh my God, for those who had to hear that, oh man, it must have drove them nuts. And I'm not putting myself down for it because that's just the growth and learning something new. But I was so caught up in the energy. And what it did for me, it opened me up. That's what this tool has done, is open me up. I'm not a guitar picker, okay? You may think I am, and I'm not. I have my style for this stuff. I have my style there. But when I'm saying actually pick up the tune, it was this looper, or looping, more or less, really, that opened me up. And I've been opening up continuously. And I moved into this place in March. It's exact perfect place for me. And I have a window here, and the deck is right there, and it's it's very peaceful. I've had Facebook, I chuckle, you guys. I've had Facebook say, you're playing somebody else's music. And I have to say, no, I'm not. It's my music. I own the rights. And it's just an assumption. Because if it's just an assumption. It's just... Yeah, they've short some of my videos down because they thought that I was playing somebody else's music without permission. Just total BS. Anyway, let's see where we go. that was fun. It's God, I love what I get to do. I really do. It's like, and just it's really cool. And I've got to understand more about what I do because of your guys' responses. And as I say that out loud, it's like sometimes we're not able to see who we really are. And, you know, I know how I feel inside, but that doesn't mean I'm able to articulate to the externally. But the one avenue that I have is my guitar. And I get to express my true authentic self. My guitar is a tool, an avenue, and yeah, I just know I feel so deeply on everything. Every word I say, everything I express, it's deep. And I don't know how to be superficial. I just don't. You know, since I've been on this journey and open up to my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and this is how this started for me. That's where I channeled that energy through my guitar. And I tapped into this was my avenue to express my true authentic self, how I feel. There's and this will give you an idea. I'm going to share a song with you. It's actually on my first album called Me, Myself, and I. And on Me, Myself, and I album, I think it's 11 songs. And now 2 of those songs have been taken off on an album by themselves. So they're both, I consider them meditation albums. And one is 55 minutes and 43 seconds long. The other one is 53 minutes and 34 seconds long. This one here, that I'm going to share with you guys now. I lived in Vancouver Island on Nanaimo, on Vancouver Island, but in Nanaimo, and I rode Goldwing then, and I have met some amazing people, and this lady named Doreen McCluskey, her husband's name is John, but every time that Doreen saw me, you know, we got together every Wednesday for ice cream. We went to different ice cream places. And every time she saw me, she'd go, "There's my buddy Ernie." And John and her went on a motorcycle trip down to Arizona to see their first grandchild. And while they're down there, Doreen had a spell. And John says, "We're going back." And she goes, "No, we're going to finish this trip." Took everything left in her to get back. Because when she got back, she went to bed. She never left the bed after that. And one day John came home and found her half on and half off the bed in excruciating pain. He called an ambulance and they rushed her to the hospital. And the doctors just took one look in her eyes and they knew. But of course, then they have to go to MRI or whatever they did. And she had a brain tumor. Now, she's been going to her doctor prior to this saying, "Something's not right. I don't, whatever. And he minimized it and dismissed it. "Oh, it's just menopause. It's this or that." He wasn't listening and hearing her. And they rushed her from Nanaimo down to Victoria for an emergency surgery. I think they even flew her down. Like, I know she was down there fast. She had a surgery. When they opened her up, couldn't do anything. So they just put her back together. And a couple more cyclists were kind enough to ask me if I wanted to go down with them. I said yes. And I'll never forget this. But now I understand what I was looking at. And when I say this, when I went into her room and I looked at her eyes, her soul had already left. Yeah. And so shortly after that, Doreen passed away. And this song you're about to hear is her song. And it's called Soulful Connection. It goes like this. Thank you. You're right, Crystal. And for those who can't see it, Crystal was saying a sad story, but such a beautiful song. Because I saw her for who she was, who she is. And I don't say this with any disrespect towards anybody on their own personal beliefs. Her and John belonged to a Baptist church. And I struggled with organized religion because of their hatred and their bigotry, their hypocriteness, and just on and on. Liars, manipulators, just all of it. But I will say that Doreen McCluskey was and is and always will be a true human, incredible being that was on this earth for as long as she was. And she was taken from us way too soon. It didn't need to happen. And that's where, for me, that's how much, for me, because I just can't channel a song for the sake of channeling a song. It doesn't work that way. But that's how much she touched my heart and my soul. And I got to channel her beautiful song. Because it's beautiful like she is. She worked at the courthouse in Nanaimo. And when she crossed over, and they don't do this for staff, they did it for her just because of who she is, to put a plaque over her door, her previous office, saying Doreen's office. And that plaque is, I presume it's still there to this day. It was their way of acknowledging her presence there, and should be sadly missed. And, in their hearts, that office will always be hers. And, and I just get to, to take that love that I have for her and about her, and this is what I got. This is her gift to me, that she gave me this opportunity to channel this beautiful energy. Yeah. So, because I went in the studio in 2021, I think it was August or September, isn't that around there? August, September, and I went in the studio to record her song. And that's where it's 53 minutes and 34 seconds long. It's called Soulful Connection. I'll show you the actual album cover. My website is not up to date, but this is the album cover, her album cover of her song. Yeah. You know what I find quite amusing? I've had a situation the last couple of days that was just, I could say it many ways, but I'm just going to be very honest and frank because I don't know any other way to be, is, when you tell people, I can't talk, and they don't get what I do. They truly don't get, they appreciate what I do. I know that. And, but they don't get who I am and how I operate. And it really showed up in the last couple of days. I could say the word lack of respect of how, what I do, and my limitations on my communication, talking to people. And so I've just gone through this situation, and it's sad. It doesn't have to be that way, but that person chose what they chose. But I'm not responsible for them. I'm only responsible for myself. And I take full ownership of my own feelings and emotions, but don't cross my boundaries. If I say I can't talk about something, please just drop it instantly. Just shut the fuck up. If you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to start irritating me because you're showing me disrespect what I just said. So, I'm very adamant and going, and I was even accused of being dominant. I just chuckled. and it's their perception, their view, because where they're at, it doesn't speak about me, it speaks about where they are at. And you know, and I go, no, I have boundaries, and if you cross my boundaries, I'm going to repeat my boundaries and get the point across to you, and you get to hear it in whatever way to the point that you need to hear it. And because I, you know, and their interpretation, because forgive me, I'm being cheeky right now, but that's part of that's part of my personality. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so this, you're so that. And oh, I just appreciate every single thing you do. I can't patronize people that way. It's just not in me. And so, you know, they had an expectation that all kinds of stuff, and I'm going, no. And we did an interview last night, and it's going to be out on Thursday. I don't think she's going to put it out. I'm very confident she's not going to put it out because she's pissed, thinking whatever she wants to think. But you know what? We only hear things based on what we have, the internal shit we have on inside of us. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I hope it makes sense. Let's see. Something's coming in. I did this the other day, and I liked where I put the capo on. It was fun. So I'm doing it again. Here we go. Yeah. That happened the other day, and I was playing it, and it was the first time. It was just, it was magical. Oh my goodness! And I'm really looking forward to my guitar going in and having some major work. She's going in on Thursday or Friday, and I'm hoping that he doesn't have her any longer than maybe a week. I do have my dad's guitar that's on the wall. I may play that while she's in the hospital. Because it's like, you ever find that when you don't have it, that's when you want it the most? Just, my guitar's always here. I always know where she sits. She's always her. She's got the spot here. And not to have her there is like right now, because in the next, I'm going to say the wild could be a couple years, and I'm hoping not 2 years. But I have my dad's guitar and my dad's fiddle, and Dad asked me that when I'm done with it, when I pass them on to my half-brother's son. And I said, absolutely, I'd be honored to. So I'm going to miss it once it's gone from that wall. You know, yeah. Yeah. I've only had them for a couple of years, though. But it's, first thing I did when I got my dad's guitar, I took it in to Long McQuaid here and asked them to check the neck and do stuff. Because I'm not good in that area, not at all. And I bought a pickup for it. And then they called me up while she was in the back room. They said, this neck is nothing we can do. I said, ooh, okay. So I said, would you send me an email on that so I can forward that on to my brother? And they go, yep. And they said, do you still want us to pick up on it? I said, yeah. And I don't regret doing that then, but I may take Dad's guitar to him to see if it's better that maybe I'll use that pickup, because that pickup has a volume and tone, on it. This one does not. This, I put a pickup in this in 2002, 2003, and I put a preamp in it, and it's great. And yes, our journeys. I'm so grateful that I understand. A year ago, over a year ago, put it this way, a year and a half or so ago, this lady was guided by Jesus to go into a group which I was in. And that's how Sarah and I met through this group. It's called Light Language Lounge, which is going to be restarting up very soon. And so she was there, and that's when the first time she heard me, Jesus was telling her, you need to follow this lady. And so she loved what I did to start with, but that just even made it more special when Jesus says, you need to be in this lady's life. And when I created my group in August of 2001, she was the first person in there. And I started to notice, and that's what happens with, you know, there's going to be a lot of people wherever, but sometimes some people sort of just appears when we're ready, I could say. So Sarah and I were conversing, and every time I played, she was always there. Because I don't plan when I'm going to play, meaning when I'm going to go live. I'm going to be on live at this time, this day, this time, for this long. I can't operate that way. That's structure. 3D. Some people didn't even the 4D realm are in that. I can't operate on that level. And then in January, a year ago, that Sarah and I spoke the first time. And Sarah almost died of COVID. She's always been connected with Jesus and Mary Magdalene. They've always been part of her life in her world. But she almost died in September of 2021 of COVID. And that's when you know, some people call it walk-in. That's what Sarah calls it, walk-in. I call it embodiment. So there's no separation from her and Jesus. And a song I played earlier, I played a different style type thing. It's called Sarah's Sacred Heart. That's her song. That was a gift from Jesus to her. The friggin' magic, if you really see it for what it is. And I'm in a talkative mood the last couple of days. I normally never talk. And when anybody who follows me for a period of time, they know that she doesn't talk like this all the time. Fuck no. But I'm in this place right now where I guess things need to be said. And I'm so grateful because I got to understand through my first conversation with Sarah so much about who I am and who I've been. And everything she said was pure truth, and I knew it was truth. I could feel it. And she answered, her and Jesus both, right? Answered, and things started to click. It was incredible. And I'm so appreciative of who Sarah is. Actually, I'm going to play her song, the original, when it was channeled. And that's usually how I play it, just depends. But this is one here. This is Sarah's song that was a Valentine's gift for Sarah, but she received it on March the 2nd because I had to be in this place in order for me to do it, because I channeled a whole bunch of songs in a 5-6 day period. It was crazy. It was just beautiful. Not crazy. It was beautiful. It was just freaking beautiful. So this is Sarah's Sacred Heart. Here we go. Yeah, and that's what I'm finding. Some of my songs now have two versions, and it's more or less whatever needs to be expressed in that moment. Because I'm not in the driver's seat. I'm just the passenger who gets come along. You're like, yeah. And so I just noticed somebody shared this out, or a bunch of you guys. I'm godsmacked right now. I'll be very honest. 26 shares. All I'm going to say is thank you. Just thank you. When I say this is I know what I do is very special. And only because I know where it comes from within. And that's what makes it so special, and how I feel from the depths of my soul, heart and soul. So let's do this one. This is a fairly new one. Here we go. A loop. There's a phrase I started using. A lot of information came to me, and this is like my playground. I get to play. This is my sandbox. It's where I get to come and just be. And I'm so grateful for this amazing space and place I'm in and get to be in and day out. And I feel very blessed that I'm able to come here and share it with you all. Whoever shared this out, like 26 places, whomever, like I appreciate whoever shared it, period. And what you're doing is you're giving other people an opportunity to come and experience me. And in my amazing soulful music. And Spirit in 2017 gave me the name Soulful Guitarist, late 2017. Spirit gave me the name Soulful Guitarist. Yeah, that's who I am. And it was just before I went to Soul G Festival, so I embodied this part. So there's no difference from any part of myself and Soulful Guitarist. It is one. Ernestine Day is the Soulful Guitarist. Yeah. Hi, Thee. I think I'm pronouncing it correct. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's, what I get to do, I'm in awe. I really am. But I get to express from such a deep, deep level that I feel very fortunate and very blessed. And when I start using a looper, which is June in 2021, and it's been 2021, I would be clear about that. It's been a learning curve. Me and technology, forget it. How I learn is going to be different than maybe a lot of other people. I can't read I'll rephrase this. I usually can't read something and understand what it is. You have to show me, oh, okay, I get it now. It's just how I work. And so to learn this looper has been a learning curve. And it's been quite a journey. And I'm getting more proficient at what I do. And that comes with understanding what I'm doing. It goes hand in hand. So you guys, I've been on here for just under 2 hours. It's past my bedtime. I usually don't do anything after 9 o'clock. And I don't even talk to people after 7. It's just how I roll best. So I thank you for being here an hour later. And for those who don't know, I do have a YouTube channel. It's the Soulful Guitarist Ernestine. Very easy to find. You go have a subscription. That would be awesome. I think we're sitting at 138 people. I think that's what it is. 128 or 138. Because I've had my YouTube channel up for well over a year, but it's like a lot of it is we start something and I have to stop. I have to walk away. 138 subscribers now. And coming into this place I now live has been incredible for me in more ways than one. So I'm learning how to use YouTube. And right now we're streaming both on Facebook and YouTube, plus my business page. I'm streaming in all 3 places right now. I want to add other places. I want to give people every opportunity to come and hear what I do and experience me. And what I do with the magic that gets to unfold every time I play. And there's one thing too, the looping music it has been recorded. I went in the studio this past summer and I recorded number 4, number 5 album, because I have 3 available. And with these shifts and changes I've been going through, you know, some people say, well, why don't you just get at it? It's not that easy for me. But what I'm realizing, the reason why I haven't, there's a couple of different reasons. It's just not just one thing. But the thing is, you know, number 4 has already been done, but I need to go through it. And there's one song which I just love, and I recorded one version, not realizing that's what we're actually doing. But I actually like the original version. But so it just I need to figure it out, and maybe go back in the studio. I don't know. Or me and technology and learning stuff is a little bit, people. Just so you guys know, my first album is called Me, Myself, and I. When I say this, there's a bunch of stuff I need to do, and I'm just not good with this stuff, and I need somebody to help me who's able to give me that kind of support. I will be on Apple, and it's on there right now, but it's 440 frequency. Everything I do is in 432 now. It's been converted. So literally I have to pull everything off from this company I deal with called CD Baby. And then, because this is new artwork that just happened last summer, and just put it back, all the new stuff in the 432 back up. So this is my first album, Me, Myself, and I. And there's 2 songs that are on that album, which are now on albums by themselves. Instrumental Silence is my meditation album, which is 55 minutes and 43 seconds long. And my second meditation album is Soulful Connection, which you guys heard a bit ago, if you were here then. And that's 53:34. If you buy them directly from me through my website, or me personally, my website is me, but it's just, you can go directly through my website, or you can just get hold of me, and I can do it that way, whichever is easier for you. I'm good either or way. And you know, you get the digital downloads. If there's any issues, if you do it online, just let me know. But there shouldn't be, but if there is, you got to let me know, because I don't know unless you tell me if there's an issue. If you want the actual albums, this here, they are $19.99 each, Canadian. If you want me to mail them to you, normally it's $5 for shipping and handling. This is supposed to go today. I didn't do it. My apologies to my friend who's in Massachusetts. I told her to be out today, and the time just got by me today. And so I'm going to mail this out tomorrow. I'll have a better idea of the price, what it cost, and versus if I went priority, what it would be. So you guys have the option. Standard shipping is definitely not going to be more than $5 shipping and handling, because that covers the postage and the packaging and everything. So if you want the actual albums, you have to talk to me directly right now, and we'll work it out. And that's what I'm doing for my friend in Massachusetts. She just private messaged me. I said, yeah. And so I'm going to be shipping these out to her. So thank you for being here now or later. Blessings, everybody. And I appreciate the love and support by you helping me to get the word out to other people so they can hear, and they can feel. Anyway, good night. Love you all dearly. Thank you.